Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with a movie review. This week I want to talk about the film Train to Busan. Now I didn't really know much about this film, I hadn't seen a trailer, but I did know that it was a highly rated Korean zombie movie, so that's the information I went into this film with. I don't know why it actually popped back into my head. I think I was looking forward to season 3 of Squid Game, and then I thought, I wonder if there's anything else good Korean I need to catch up on, and then I was reminded of Train to Busan. And there is actually an actor in this who is also in season 1 of Squid Game. He doesn't play the protagonist, but he's the best friend of the protagonist in Squid Game. And when the film starts, we get introduced to his character. He's a CEO of an important business, and he's very estranged from his daughter because he works so often. It's her birthday, and he doesn't even know what the correct gift to get her is, for example. And she asks him for her birthday if he will allow her to accompany him on the train to Busan where his ex-wife is. So that sets up him and his daughter getting on the train. There's also a carriage entirely full of a baseball team. There's also a strange homeless man hiding in one of the bathroom cubicles. There's also 2 old ladies in one carriage who have some funny dialogue. There's a man looking after his pregnant wife, and then just as the doors shut to leave for Busan, a woman who is running away from something enters the train, and we soon see that she has been bitten, and even though she locks herself in one of the train toilets and tries to cut off the virus going up her veins by literally using a sort of piece of rope to try and cut off the circulation, she does eventually turn into a zombie, and that sets up the premise of the film basically. There is a zombie outbreak, zombies are on a train, and the people on the train have to survive. Now, when I first heard this concept, I thought to myself, how do you extend this for a full hour and a half? And I don't want to give away too many plot points, but they really do structure it brilliantly so it doesn't feel like just an hour and a half of them escaping zombies on a train. Obviously, that would get quite tiresome very quickly, so we get little sections, you know. First of all, they get to one of the stops they were supposed to be able to exit from and just see the carnage out of their windows that platform is also overrun with zombies. Then at the next stop they do actually try to leave the train, but then things get so hectic they have to actually get back on it. Then there's another portion where some people are trapped at the carriages behind the zombies, so a team of people have to actually try and get through 3 carriages of zombies just to save the people at the back of the train. These are all little examples of ways they break up the runtime very brilliantly so it doesn't again feel like you're just watching 1.5 hours of the same thing over and over again. And I guess it kind of came out at an unfortunate time, because had it came out, 10-15 years prior when the zombie boom was at its peak, I believe it would have been an incredibly well-known genre film. And it is still a well-known genre film. It probably just didn't do as much money in the actual box office as it deserved to, due to the fact that people were getting a bit of fatigue in the zombie genre. And it's understandable. There is so much media from video games, television and movies which are all zombie related. I don't even blame people. Unfortunately, in amongst the sea of content focusing around that subject, there are still movies getting made which do truly rise to the top through sheer quality, and this is one of them. They've chosen the very rabid, very fast-moving, modern zombie archetype rather than the slow-moving zombie archetype, which makes it feel even more tense. If you imagine how enclosed a train carriage is, and then you've got these absolutely ferocious, bloodlusted zombies charging towards you, it creates so many moments of tension. And you know what? The script is just really well written. It's a clever script. It's a witty script. It's got really funny moments. It's got truly sad and moving moments, and it's all encompassed within a really fresh take on the zombie genre. And it's a pretty bleak film, as many apocalyptic or zombie apocalyptic movies are, because at the end of the day, the world has been destroyed. Even if you manage to escape and get to some level of safety, you're still looking out over your turret to an apocalyptic wasteland full of zombies. It's not exactly a happy ending any way you slice the pie. But yeah, the bleakness in this isn't just from the fact the world is now destroyed and the zombies are everywhere, but another trope that is used very well in this movie, which you can see in all great zombie films, is the true enemy is always your fellow human being. People that will do anything to survive. They will throw anyone in front of the nearest zombie just to give themselves that extra meter distance and the chance to survive. It brings out the absolute worst in people, and the people you see it bring out the best in tend to be punished for it a lot also. These people that actually do try and help their fellow human being probably end up dying due to that. I still feel that it's the correct decision for everybody to group together in a situation like that and not start throwing one another under the bus, but unfortunately, whenever something like that happens, there will always be two schools of thought, and there will always be selfish, horrible human beings that have been suppressing their true capacity for evil their entire life, and are only in these moments realizing probably what they're even capable of. But it's still always so disheartening to see, and that's the bleakest part of it to me. Just, you lose so much faith in humanity watching pieces like this and seeing how many other human beings would actually just completely not care about anyone else around them. Funnily enough, that theme is laced all the way through Squid Game, which I watched this year as well, so all I know is South Korea doesn't believe that their fellow human being would help them out when things go to shit. And you know, when your neighbour's North Korea, kind of understandable. But yeah, all in all, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, so if you haven't checked it out, do yourself a favour and go and watch Train to Busan. It's a really fresh, brilliantly written, intense zombie apocalypse film, and I'm pleased I finally got round to seeing it. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, come join the Patreon gang and support me in what I do and support this channel. Until next time, I have been BA, peace.